Last week was a rough one for Donald Trump when it came to how he's polling in battleground states. This week is certainly not starting much better. A new CBS poll in Florida has Hillary Clinton up by 5 points, 45 to 40%. Another CBS survey in New Hampshire, a state Trump once listed among his strongest swing states, has him now down 9 points, 45 to 36%. And Georgia, a typically red state that Democrats have been salivating over for years, looks now like a competitive race. Trump leads there 45 to 41, but it's within the poll's margin of error. All of this has various news organizations crunching the numbers and predicting a big electoral college win for Clinton. And even the Wall Street Journal is raising alarm that the Republican nominee might need to be replaced, and soon. The paper's editorial board wrote, quote, "If they can't get Mr. Trump to change his act by Labor Day, the GOP will have no choice but to write off the nominee as hopeless and focus on salvaging the Senate and House and other down-ballot races. As for Mr. Trump, he needs to stop blaming everyone else and decide if he wants to behave like someone who wants to be president or turn the nomination over to Mike Pence." We're more than a month away, and the debates and the early voting starts in October. Mark, it's clear now that the National Republicans are willing to dump Trump under certain circumstances. What do you think is the actual deadline for something like this to happen?
I had thought until this past week that they were going to give him till the first debate. I'm now hearing skepticism from Republicans. You know, the debate schedule's up in the air. It's currently not scheduled to start until late September. If Trump, I don't think anybody thinks Hillary Clinton's going to come into that debate unprepared. The chances that Trump turns everything around on the strength of a debate in late September seems pretty remote to a lot of people I'm talking to. I don't think they're going to give him to the first debate anymore. I think that if he doesn't turn it sooner, you're going to see pressure. Now, Republicans at the RNC say, well, Trump's raising all our money. There are a lot of donors who aren't giving right now who will give. Is it a net dollar-for-dollar change? No. But if his numbers haven't improved by shortly after Labor Day, I believe there will be a strong push whose chances are possible to succeed that they abandon him the way Bob Dole was abandoned.
I agree with you. Politico wrote an interesting story that no president or no candidate has had numbers like he's had and has won the popular vote in the history of taking this down. So it is very bad. I actually believe something else is going to start to happen in the next few weeks if things don't turn around. And I said this a while ago and then I turned around, but I'm coming back to it. I could actually see Trump bailing. I can't see us ever getting to the point where election night Trump becomes George McGovern. He is not going to allow it. It's just not in his system. It's very interesting. I spoke to a Clinton staffer who said the thing they're most afraid of, and there's a date, I think it was September 15th, where they can't put somebody else in, is him bailing out and Mitt Romney coming or something. I see him dropping the mic and going, here's his speech. You know, I got to do what's best for the country.
Manhattan fantasy. He's not going to drop out before the first debate. He thinks he can win it at the first debate.
My point is drop out at some point. I cannot see him. I cannot see him with the rest of his life with this big L on his head.
Look at the battleground states. Early voting basically starts everywhere in October, obviously. Ohio, October 4th. You can't just turn things around on October 4th. You got to turn around in the run-up to October 4th.
He could do whatever the hell he wants.
Well, but I'm saying in terms of the party abandoning him. He's not going to drop out.
You're talking about the party embedding. It is not beyond, and I've heard this from some people also who know him.
Fantasy.
Well, I'm a Manhattan guy, so I like to fantasize.
He's staying in, but he may be doing it under a lot of headwinds unless he can turn things around quick, which he can do.